Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 14th of April, comes to you from London. And tomorrow is Good Friday, of course, so we're about to see a 4-day holiday break in markets. So just looking at markets as we head into Easter, not closed for 4 days in the US, but closed for 4 days, most of the rest of the world and Europe especially. So looking at we're looking here at the dollar index just falling away a little bit on the short-term chart. Remembering this is my weekly, daily, and 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market. But the dollar continues to look bullish in the medium and long-term chart. That means the euro has recovered a little bit against that weaker dollar just in the short term, but still below the 110 level. And all eyes next week will be on the French elections and the run-up to that vote. And of course, Le Pen getting in would not be good for the euro. Looking at the Japanese yen against the dollar, just a little bit of a pullback, but still dollar looking extremely bullish against that weaker yen. Not quite breaking the 2014-15 high yet, but challenging it for sure. Sterling actually recovered a bit on that weaker dollar, and also the spectre of rising interest rates now after inflation numbers out yesterday in the UK. Looking at sterling against the euro, still above the 120 level, looking pretty strong there. Bitcoin is back above the $41,000 level, so just pulling back into bullish territory. And the US stock market last night, the S&P 500 index was actually up 1%, but not enough to really change the trend there. And the same with the NASDAQ. We see there as well, just struggling to get back above the cloud. Markets are fairly quiet heading into the Easter break. We've got the futures fairly flat. The VIX volatility sitting at 21. The FTSE future down slightly. The DAX in Germany again flat. So markets really not taking any direction ahead of the Easter holiday. We saw in Asia, again, not big moves, but the Chinese market up 1.2%, the Indian market down 0.4%. So a mixed picture there. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Looking at some of the soft commodities, they're all pretty much up. Coffee, sugar, wheat, but little change. Coffee is probably the strongest, up 0.8%. And again has more than doubled in line with many global commodities in the past year. Gold is sitting at 1972. It's cleared that 1930 level that it was sticking to, so it is still looking bullish on all three time frames. And although we're down slightly, we are just seeing palladium up 2%. This has been the volatile one with the most of the production coming from Russia. Copper is fairly static at 4.7, but this long consolidation pattern is getting set really for a break to the upside. So copper will almost certainly make new highs and then run. Looking at US 10-year yield, sitting at 2.68%, has pulled back a little bit. Some profit taking there on the yield, but realistically, we're seeing yields much, much higher. Looking at the energy mix now as we head into the weekend, we've got Brent crude up down, just under 1%. So we were neutral out to clients this morning. US nat gas breaking the $7 level, and we were bullish out to clients this morning, so no changes there. Emissions actually up 1.6%, but not enough to really take us out of the range. And gas prices falling, so TTF down 4%, and if we look at MBP down nearly 7%, so that divergence still continues between the two. UK gas less vulnerable to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, of course. And last of all, we'll look at German power, down slightly this morning, but holding that 200 mark, which it broke earlier this week. That's it for today. Have a great Easter holiday. Until Tuesday, happy Easter. See you then.